Hey everyone, thought I'd do a video, and today I'm going to be doing the this or that book tag. As you can see, I am now blonde, and the reason for that is, well, the short reason for that is because I've filmed this video like how many times, and I refilmed it because there's I just tend to ramble on so much. So the short reason is that the red wouldn't stay. The red wouldn't stay in my hair very good. It was semi-permanent hair dye, so what I did was I would bleach my hair and then I would put the red over top of that, and the red wouldn't stay very well. Red doesn't stay very well in any situation really, but the red wouldn't stay, so I decided to wash that out and just keep the bleach blonde underneath. So that has been like really hard to do because for the past 2-3 weeks I've been doing that, and it's been really hard. And the reason why you haven't seen it yet is because I pre-filmed a whole bunch of videos. Like, I just had this one day where I just wanted to film a whole bunch of videos, and then I just edited them and then put them all up and scheduled them, and then I didn't have to worry about it for a while. But anyways, my hair is now blonde. I'm just gonna stay like this for a while and see how it goes. I've never been a blonde. I've never been a redhead before I decided to go red, so there's new experiences here. So just thought I'd try out the blonde for a while and see how I like it, so we'll see how it goes. Alright, so let's get into the video. Alright, so there are 14 questions here, and like I said, I filmed this video how many times already. I really wanted to do this video, and there are so many questions, and I just ramble on so much, so we'll see how this goes. I'm gonna try do this as fast as I can, if I can, because like I said, I tend to ramble, if you guys haven't noticed yet. Alright, so the first question is audiobook or book in hand. So audiobook, I don't really like audiobook all that much because I've only read an audiobook twice. I've only read 2 audiobooks, officially listened to the whole thing. I've read a few audiobooks before, sort of, but I rarely read them at all, and I've already read those books before, so I didn't really want to read them in audiobook anymore, so I just stopped. But anyways, I don't like audiobooks because I tend to not like to listen to them and then I forget about them, and I prefer to see and read them with my eyes rather than my ears, because my ears don't like to listen for some reason. I don't know, my ears just catch on very slowly, very, very slowly, so I tend to like to see things so that I could remember them rather than to hear them. The second question is softcover or hardcover. So both of them are very good options. I like both books. I like both softcover and hardcover. But if I had to choose, I would probably choose softcover because, I don't know, they're more portable, they're not as heavy usually. So I would prefer softcover, but hardcover are also good, but I would prefer softcover. Alright, number 3 is fiction or nonfiction, and I would probably choose fiction because, I don't know, fiction, you can just dress it up so well, and nonfiction, even though there are some really good nonfiction books out there, I would still probably choose fiction because I like fantasy worlds and just anything that you can come up with, and I don't know, I just really like those types of books. Number 4 is fantasy world or real life issues. I've been going back and forth with these 2 different topics for the past how long. I've been reaching more for the real life issue books, but at the same time I probably would go with fantasy world because that's what I usually lean towards, more towards when buying books and reading books. Alright, number 5 is Harry Potter or Twilight. Now this one is very easy because I will always choose Harry Potter over Twilight all the time. I'm not saying that Twilight is bad or anything. Twilight is very good. I just loved reading the books and I loved watching the movies, but I will always choose Harry Potter. The reason being that Harry Potter is the whole reason I started reading books for pleasure in the first place, because I was into the movies. I got into the movies when I was about 7 or 8 years old maybe, and I just became obsessed with the movies, and by the time the 3rd movie came out, I was just so obsessed with it, and I wanted to see if I could read the books, because the books were really chunky and a little bit intimidating, but I really wanted to read them because I heard that books were better than the movies. So I decided to try it out, and I learned that that is a true fact. Books will always be better than the movies because there is so much information in the books and so much left out of the movies. So Harry Potter, like I said, is the reason why I started reading for pleasure in the first place. And it led to Twilight. It led to all these different series and stuff that I have come to love. And it is the reason why Harry Potter will always be the one that I choose. And it overcomes everything. Number 6 is Kindle, iPad, or other. And as you guys know, I have a Kobo. So I choose Kobo over all sorts of other ebook devices that there are because Kobo is just something reliable for me. I've never tried Kindle, and I've sort of tried iPad before because I have an iPad, but I never really read too much on my iPad. I always choose my Kobo over everything else. I've had 3 different Kobos, and they're just really reliable. I really like them. And this Kobo I can actually read in the dark with this Kobo, and it's really small and it's really portable. So I just prefer Kobo over all other reading devices. Number 7 is borrow or buy, and I will always choose buy over borrow. And the reason being is that I prefer to have something rather than to borrow it and then have to give it back, because I have to give it back. I don't like giving back books once I already have them. So if I have the money to buy them, I will, because I really don't like borrowing. Like, I did like borrowing when I was borrowing books from the library and stuff like that, but I never really liked giving back books, so I prefer buying them to borrowing them. Number 8 is Bookstore or online. Both are really good. I really like both of them. Online you can buy so many books because there's a lot of books that go discounted, but if I had to choose, I would probably choose Bookstore because then I get it right then and there, and I just get so excited going into the bookstore, and then as soon as you walk in you just like inhale, and then you can smell so many new books. And I don't know, I just prefer Bookstore over online because you get that experience and you get it right then and there, and you get this like huge rush in like buying all these books and like looking at all these books, and it's just I would prefer Bookstore to online. Number 9 is standalone or trilogy. I go back and forth on these often because I really like reading books really fast, and usually standalones can give me that feeling. But with trilogies, you just get like so much more payoff because you're reading a whole bunch, and then like sometimes I could just fly through a series because it's so good and there's so much information. Like, I keep going back and forth with these because they're both really good options, but I would probably choose trilogy because I really, really love series, because once you're done with one book, you can go on to another, and then you feel like you have like more books that you're reading and you're accomplishing more, I guess, and you stick with the series, and then you like get so much payoff at the end, and you get this huge feeling that like you just did so much once you finish a series. I like that feeling, so I would probably choose trilogy. Alright, so question number 10 is monster read or short and sweet. Now both of these are really good questions, really good options. But if I had to choose, I would probably choose monster read over short and sweet. I do like short and sweet novels, but I sort of prefer longer reads because they have so much more information. I always like more information in books because, like I said, you get to read more, you get so much more information, and it's just like so awesome at the end of a book when you read this like really, really thick book and you just like feel so accomplished at the end. Number 11 is starry-eyed romance or full of action. Now this one's really easy for me because I would prefer action over romance. I do like romance, but action, if you are in action, it goes by so much more faster for me, to be honest. Like, it feels like romance, you just have to sit back and like read slower because you have to like just take it in. But with action, you're just like in the moment. You feel like you're sort of in the moment when you're reading it, and then you just like have to find out what happens next. Alright, number 12 is curl up in your snuggie or bathe in the sun. Now this question is easy as well because I would rather sit snug as a bug in a rug in my bed than go out in the sun and read. Like, I do read out in the sun sometimes when it's too noisy in the house or something like that, or I need to go to school or I need to go out and do some errands, then I will read in the sun. But if I don't have to, I would probably just lay down in my bed, just relax and just read. And I tend to read a lot faster in my bed, especially at night, because I'm not really doing anything and I just like flip through so many pages and I just end up reading so much more at night. I don't know why that is, but I just tend to read a lot at night. Question number 13 is hot chocolate or latte, and I would choose hot chocolate because I don't really like coffee. I just don't. I've never really liked coffee at all. Like, sometimes I will drink the cold drinks like the iced cappuccinos at like Tim Hortons and stuff like that, because they're colder and I prefer cold drinks over anything else. I don't really like hot chocolate all that much. Like I said, I like colder drinks, so I like smoothies and stuff like that. But if I had to choose between those two, it would be hot chocolate. But if I was able to make my own option, I would say smoothie, because smoothies are yummy and they're fruity and they're cold. I like cold drinks. Just thought you guys should know. Alright, so the final question is read the review or decide for yourself. And I would probably choose decide for myself because everybody's opinions are different. I like reading other people's opinions, but at the same time, their opinions might be different from my opinions. So I would probably decide for myself rather than to read the review, because like, my opinions are always going to be different than somebody else's opinions. Like, they might be similar, but everybody's opinions are different. So I would rather decide for myself. Alright, so that is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys in my next one. So, bye!